After being rejected for employment, Kim Kelly learns that the Bellevue Credit Company has hired only 2 women among the last 16 new employees. She also learns that the pool of applicants is very large, with an approximately equal number of qualified men as qualified women. Help her address the charge of gender discrimination by finding the probability of getting 2 or fewer women when 16 people are hired, assuming that there is no discrimination based on gender. So if there's no discrimination based off of gender, then what we're saying is the probability of being hired is 0.5. Because if there's no discrimination, then there's a 50% chance that the hire is male or female. The number of trials that we are working with here is 16, because we have 16 people hired. Now, when coming up with a probability, we do need to decide how we're going to approach its solution. And what we have here is a hint toward using a binomial distribution because, first off, there's only one of 2 outcomes. Either the person hired is male or female. So that's a hint toward using a binomial. The trials are independent because we're pulling from a large population with an approximately equal number of men as women, and so the probability of each new hire should be the same on each trial. And we have a fixed number of trials. 16 people are hired, so we're looking for this probability. So the probability of at most 2 out of 16, that would be 0, 1, or 2. So 0 to 2 women hired out of 16. Now, Binomial PDF would only calculate the probability of exactly no women out of 2, 1 woman out of, or 0 women out of 16, 1 woman out of 16, or 2 women out of 16. We could calculate each of those individually and add them together, but the Binomial CDF function, what it does is takes 3 inputs, n, p, and x, separated by commas. So the number of trials is 16, probability of success is 0.5, and x, this is the cumulative probability that we want to stop with. So 0, 1, and 2, if we give it 2, it will feed x equals 0 into Binomial PDF, and then 1 into Binomial PDF, and 2 into Binomial PDF, and add those together for us. So this will work great. Second distributions come down to Binomial CDF, and 16, 0.5, and 2. So 0.0021. So what that means is there's about a 0.2% chance that there's no gender discrimination. So that's pretty small chance. But since it's a probability, you have to have some sort of comparative cutoff. And so in this next part, because this is a serious claim, we will use a stricter cutoff value for unusual events. We will use 0.5% as the cutoff value, so a 1 in 200 chance of happening by chance. With this in mind, does the resulting probability really support such a charge? So the question is our probability smaller than the cutoff? So I'll change this to a percentage, so 0.2% less than the cutoff value, which is 0.5%. Well, it is. So yes. So what that means is because that's smaller than the cutoff value, then this does in fact support a charge of gender discrimination.